Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the David Sparks Show. Let's get into it today. I found an article on salon.com that I found incredibly interesting in that essentially it points out empirically that the entire model of urban/suburban development pursued in America over the last 40 to 50 to 60 years is an economic cancer that, at least this guy's trying to stop. A guy named Joseph Minicozzi, he's from Asheville, North Carolina, was featured in Salon, and essentially he's been involved with some downtown rehab projects, one in particular of an old J.C. Penney building that they put in, they developed for small businesses and some urban housing like loft housing. And he had some skeptics and essentially went out to do some studies and to find out, would it be better for the city to build a big Wal Mart? And the numbers he came back with were incredible. Essentially, no way. Don't do it. If your life depends on it, don't do it, because here's what he found out. He found out compared to a renovated J.C. Penney and its associated businesses, and he did this per acre, right? This is the cost he figured out per acre. He figured out that Walmart's per acre taxes that it brought into the municipality per year were $50K compared to the J.C. Penney rehab of $330,000, 7 times the difference. Because of energy use and distance, Sprawl can cost more to service than it brings in tax dollars. Minicozzi's found that old-time downtown developments bring in 10 times more money than do sprawl-type developments. In Sarasota, Florida, where he did a study, he found that it took 3 times as long to recoup infrastructure costs in a sprawl pattern as opposed to a downtown style development. And, his final quote in this article really hit the nail on the head. He said, our development structure, it's been like a farmer dumping all his fertilizer on the weeds instead of his tomatoes. And I can't agree more. Not only has the big box model of development drained our communities of resources, it has made America a really ugly country. Let's admit it. You go to these big sprawl plexes across the nation, and it's just collection after collection of generic chain businesses, uninspired aesthetics, and it's just like, oh wow, are we really a generic, pathetic bunch of shoppers and consumers? This is the best we can do with the most riches in the world. And Minicozzi's like, he's right. He's empirically right. We're draining the wealth of America with the suburban growth development model. As the author James Howard Kunstler said, the great suburban highway/expansion model is the greatest misallocation of resources in the history of civilization. And I would tend to think he's right. With issues like climate change upon us, the problems we have all across the country with energy, it is time now for a reinvestment strategy to build our cities and make suburbs into farms as they should be. But if you go out to suburbia, man, people are eating chicken wings at BW3s and driving giant cars around and trying to get that McMansion still. It doesn't seem to have sunk in that this development model is a complete and total fraud. And it's a real, actual economic cancer, sprawl is, upon our chances to become a great nation again. Because it doesn't pay off for the municipalities, and ultimately it doesn't pay off for the citizens. Because if it's not paying off for anybody, it's not paying off for our lives. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment. Send me an email to david@thedavidsparks.com. I appreciate everyone from TYT Nation. I appreciate everyone from Democratic Underground at facebook.com/The David Sparks Show. I'm on Twitter. Look up The David Sparks Show. And until then,